Hey YouTube, it's me, John Avenger, once again, and this is not a review. This is going to be my thoughts on. Somebody asked me earlier a while back that to do my thoughts on how Disney is, how do I feel about them owning Star Wars, and what the future of the franchise is, and everything like that, and also the BS that's going on online about the Fembusters movie coming out tomorrow, at midnight, and all the controversy. Oh, you're misogynistic if you don't like it. Well, I'm going to talk about all that right now, so I don't have to deal with it in the rest of summer, because my summer is barely begun, and I don't want to beat a dead horse. So, what first on my thoughts on Disney owning Star Wars? Obviously, I'm a fan. I got a T-shirt of Star Wars. I got this when I saw The Force Awakens last year in the theater, even though it was freezing out, and that's one thing I haven't agreed. Why did Disney decide to push these movies to December? Why? It defeats the purpose. Star Wars is supposed to be a summer movie, not a freaking winter movie. I mean, all the originals and even the prequels and the Clone Wars movie were all either in May, June, or August. They were never in freaking December. It's too cold to go to the theater. It's just you have to bundle up, so I can't even wear this T-shirt by it myself. I can't wear shorts. It's too, you have to deal with the snow and the winter winds, and just it's ice, and it's just insane. I don't want to have to go through a mountain of snow to go to the theater. It's just too much of a hassle. I am going this December, but it's not going to be to see Rogue One because, like I said in my trailer reaction, I have no interest. Oh, you're misogynistic. You don't like women being in Star Wars movies. It's not that. It's just after the last movie, I have no interest in the movie until Episode 8 comes out, and even then, I'm having my reservations because, like I said, last year I went to a theater to see Episode 7. It was a bad freaking experience because one, there were some bad experiences because one, the freaking ushers didn't let me in until like 15 minutes until the movie started. Two, it was too crowded and it was too freaking cold because of the winter. And three, like I said, I had mixed reactions when I left the theater. So I don't want that feeling again. Disney should have never gotten this property. They only want to make these movies for money. That's why every year we're getting one, and I'm going to get tired of it. By episode 8, I'm going to be burnt out, and they want to do a young Han Solo movie and a freaking Yoda movie and a Boba Fett movie. It just goes on and on and on and on. Instead of rehashing old characters we've seen in the original trilogy, why don't you try something new like they did in video games? They did Dark Forces, or they did freaking Force Unleashed, or they did Shadows of the Empire, or they did Rebel Assault. Do something different. I don't want to see the same thing. I've already said this last year, Disney. Seeing the same thing done with a new paint of coat of paint is not new. It's just a rehash, and I'm getting tired of it. And the same thing with this Fembusters movie. I'm not going to call it Ghostbusters because I refuse to. Female leads. Oh, if you hate the movie, you're misogynistic. You're sexist. You hate women. Do I hate women? If I loved Black Widow and the Avengers and Civil War and all these other films, I'm a misogynistic. I've watched Supergirl since last October, every episode, never bitched about it being a female lead, and I love the show, and I'm a misogynistic, really. It's called an opinion, people. Everybody has one. And when I want to give my thoughts, I'm going to share here online with all of you because I need to do this. I need to get this out of my system because I don't want people telling me, "Oh, how do you feel about Disney owning Star Wars?" It's gonna get old. By the time they get to episode 8, they're gonna be like, "Oh, we don't want to release a movie every year. We're gonna release 2 movies a year." And I'm like, "No, this is gonna burn me to death." The last 2 things that Star Wars related that have come out recently that I've been drawn to that have not pissed me off are the Star Wars Rebels cartoon that came out last, like I think like 2 years ago, and freaking the new cartoon Lego cartoon Freemakers Adventures. Those are the 2 things that I enjoy in the last like 2 years because it reminds me of the original without beating it over my head that it's rebooted. It doesn't feel like a rehash, and it has new characters I cared about. I said it from the beginning, and I'm going to say it again. These new characters aren't going to do much for me in these new films or these new actors. I've said it. I hate Daisy Ridley. No, nothing is ever going to change that, people. I'm sorry. If I saw her at Comic-Con, they would have to like hold me back because I would not. I would just unleash my rage on her because I can't freaking stand her. I wish she was never in this franchise from the beginning. And people say, "Oh, but they had a blessing from the original cast members, Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher and freaking Harrison Ford." Yeah, and then they had limited screen time because of them. And I'm sorry, I don't need that. I don't need a new Star Wars universe when it was already cool the first time around. And Disney just milking the shit out of this franchise is just going to drive me crazy for the next 10 years. And I don't need that. I have Guardians of the Galaxy to remind me how awesome it could be, a Star Wars like film can be, and how sci fi should be. It shouldn't be super serious. That's why Rogue One has no effect on me. Absolutely none. Making a darker Star Wars movie, you're gonna really be darker than Revenge of the Sith, or Empire, or Jedi, or any of those video games. Sorry, Charlie, you're gonna make it PG-13. The violence is gonna be off screen. It's not gonna be gory like Saving Private Ryan. Fuck that. It's not gonna be like that. And you got a female lead who I don't care about. Jyn Erso is gonna do nothing for me. That's what I gotta say to Jyn Erso. And the other characters, Forrest Whitaker, I like him as an actor. I hope he's used well, but it's not enough for me to see the film. I don't care about Diego Luna. I don't. Donnie Yen is probably going to be underused. Alan Tudyk, I didn't even see him in the trailer. And the rest of the cast, I don't care about. It's just a bunch of I don't give a fucks. So why should I see a Star Wars movie that's not going to feel like the original? It's going to just feel like a fan fiction darker version. And I'm sorry, dark reboots don't work anymore. It only works for Batman. It failed with Man of Steel. It failed with Fan Four Stick. It failed with Spider Man. It's going to fail with this. You cannot make Star Wars dark and fun at the same time. You can have dark elements, like they tried to do with Kylo Ren. And what do? They take his mask off. He has long hair, and he has to destroy things. And they have to make him a pussy that fights a girl at the end, and it has no impact. There's nothing at stake. It's just two people fighting. I was in the theater saying, you know what? You people are cheering for some dumbass girl with a stick. Yeah, and I'm sick of seeing her face. Everywhere I go, I have to see her face. Target, Best Buy, Walmart, freaking Dollar Tree. Every time I see her face, I just want to rip it off. I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of it. I was never that way when it came to Carrie Fisher in the originals, or Natalie Portman in the prequels, or the voice actors that have done the voices for these Star Wars shorts and specials and freaking cartoons. I respect the hell out of them because they're trying something different. This girl does nothing for me. Stop trying to shove her down my face. I don't need it. I don't need a British chick in my face. Yeah, Felicity Jones, do I despise her with every fiber of my being? No. But I saw her in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Did nothing for me. She's just flat. She's not the worst, but she's flat. And her going, I rebel, doesn't excite me. I'm sorry, Disney. If that's what your idea is to excite me for a new movie, an anthology film, you fail on the F scale of fuck. Because I'm sorry, I don't need another British chick beating me over the head with this feminism bullshit. Yeah, because apparently, yes, there weren't any strong women in the 80s or the 90s or the 2000s. There are hundreds of films that have female leads that can kick ass, and they don't have to be overpowered or freaking fan fiction characters or let's beat an agenda, let's beat an agenda, let's beat an agenda, let's beat an agenda. I'm tired of agendas, Disney, Hollywood, freaking Sony with your new fembusters. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. If it was, like I said, if the new Fembusters was with guys, I would still not go see it. Why? It has no interest. It doesn't interest me. I'll see the first two films. Two gets shit on, but it deserves better than this. It didn't have some feminist bullshit back then in 1989, and neither did the original. And now this new movement, I'm sick of it. It's like if Hillary Clinton gets elected, it's going to be, oh yeah, women are awesome and guys suck. I don't want to live in a world like that. I like being a man. Yeah, and I love women. I told you, I've been straight since I was a little boy. But I don't need every single freaking movie, whether it's Star Wars or Star Trek or freaking Fembusters or whatever. I don't need it to be in everything. I don't. Like I said, if you see John Carpenter's The Thing, it is the only movie that he's ever made that does not have have a female lead. Every other film he's made at least has at least one or two females. That movie had none, and they never said anything about it being misogynistic at all, at all. So why do we need it now? Oh, because women looked weak and we want them to look strong. I'm fine with a strong woman. Like I said, I love Elsa from Frozen. I love Black Widow in the Avengers. I love Supergirl in the TV series. I even enjoy the girls from Arrow and The Flash and Gotham and freaking Legends of Tomorrow. I'm not a misogynist. I don't need to feel that way. I don't need to have people say, "Oh, if you hate this, you're sexist," because I'm not. I know what I am. I know who I am. And Disney, your agendas, they're gonna fail. Okay, you think that you're gonna milk Star Wars anymore? Once Avatar sequels come out, people are gonna forget about your movies. They're gonna be like, "Oh, we haven't seen this in almost 10 years. Let's go back to that world." At least with those sequels, I'm gonna say this: they're not reboots. James Cameron knows what he's doing. He's not stupid. Disney, he's not stupid. He would never sell out to you because he's already got the two highest grossing movies of all time, and all you can do is sit on your ass and thumb up your ass saying, "Oh, we're gonna milk Star Wars because we have Star Wars and Marvel, and we're gonna make a ton." You know why this movie you know why Civil War made a lot of money and made $1 billion? Not for agendas, not to reboot a franchise. Hell, they had to reboot Spider Man in that movie, and it did it in 10 minutes. It didn't need to be beaten over my head that he was coming. It was short, subtle, and to the point. We don't need agendas. We need entertainment. And if you can't give that to me, Disney, you can go screw yourselves. Because I'm not gonna pay to see a Star Wars movie that has this feminist bullshit shoved on my face and saying that, oh, guys suck, so we have to put a woman in front. Like always. Sorry, Ray, hobo with a stick, looks like a freaking 16-year-old. I'm not attracted to her, so there's no point in me seeing her on screen with the stupid goggles and the stupid mask and speaking some dead language that I don't even know what the fuck she said the first time she opened her mouth. Yeah, if that's the kind of Star Wars you're going to make, Disney, go screw yourselves. The last time that you had Star Wars that I cared about was Star Tours when I was a kid in Disney World. That ride was freaking awesome. It was better than anything in your last movie, and it'll be better than anything in this new Rogue One or Episode 8 or Episode 9 or the Yoda movie or the freaking Young Han, who, by the way, that actor I don't hate. I will see Hail Caesar and give him a chance, but I don't need a Young Han Solo movie. They should have done that after the prequels came out, not now where Disney's like, we're going to milk it and milk it and milk it, milk it dry, milk it, milk it, milk it, milk it, milk it. I'm tired of it. Reboots suck nowadays. Sometimes they work. I don't mind Fuller House. I saw the pilot. I'm looking forward to seeing more. Mystery Science Theater, they're going to bring it back. It won't be the same, but I'll give it a chance. But Star Wars is my baby. I love this more than anything, any other thing in the cinematic world. And when you're doing this, it just insults me as a fan. This is why I'm not playing your Lego Star Wars Force Awakens game because I'm not going to give you any more money, Disney. I'm tired of your bullshit. I will buy Civil War on Blu-ray because I love that movie. I had less problems with that movie. I didn't leave the theater like, oh, I'm mixed. No, I hated the villain and I didn't like the shaky cam. That's about it. With Force Awakens, I had too many problems. To I haven't watched it since I saw it in the theater, and I don't want to feel that way. I want to feel like, oh, Star Wars. I want to feel the Force again. I want to be excited. I want to be amped up. I don't want to be, oh, there's a British female. It's gonna be preachy. I don't need that. I'm sorry. I had to get this off my chest now because I'm tired of this bullshit. I'm just tired, tired, tired. And also Hollywood. Guess what? We don't care about actors from Game of Thrones in movies. I saw this guy from Game of Thrones in Gods of Egypt. He sucked. Gwendolyn Christie was Captain Phantasma. I didn't notice the difference if she was male or female, and she was underused. The girl from Terminator, Genesis, she sucked. Sorry, hate to burst your bubble. The only actor I think that is ever used properly is Peter Dinklage. Yeah, Pixel sucked, but that's not his fault. But the guy is a good actor. But if you have to get every single actor from Game of Thrones in a Star Wars movie or Star Trek or whatever, you're being lazy. And I'm tired of this. Get some new actors. Get some new fresh faces that we haven't seen before that are not freaking from the UK or from freaking Europe. Because, we're tired. Why you think that Brothers Grimsby flopped? Because it's British comedy. We don't care about that. We don't. It's not funny. Bunch of people with accents. We don't know what the fuck they're saying. It's not funny. It's not funny in these new Star Wars movies either. Arabelle, you will take these restraints off. Oh, oh, BB-8, hold on. I can't take it anymore. I'm sorry. That accent just kills me like nothing else. and I don't need it. I'm done. I'm not going to talk about this again. And people, please don't tell me I was wrong. Oh, Rogue One isn't that bad. I have no interest. I will not see that movie in the theater. If I see it next year, it's going to be on a stream when it's available digitally. I'm not going to give that movie any money. Any money. I'm not buying the toys. I'm not going to get a Funko Pop. I'm not going to see the movie in the theater. I'm not getting a poster. So sorry, Parker. I have no interest. And Josh and all these other guys, no interest for me. I'll just see the originals again. I'll see the Blu-rays special features that are on the box set. I haven't seen those yet. I'll go hear the commentaries again because guess what? The new movie didn't get one. Yeah. So, and I got to say this, fuck you, J.J. Abrams. You nearly ruined this franchise. You should have never touched it. Disney should have kicked you to the curb so you could do some more Star Trek movies. But anyway, I'm done. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope I didn't scare any of you, but I just had to get this out of the way. This sucks, you know. I love being a Star Wars fan. I always will be. These new movies will never destroy my love for the franchise because I can always go back and see the prequels, see the originals, see the Ewoks cartoon, see the Droids cartoon, see Rebels, and freaking Lego the Freemaker Adventures. I have plenty to choose from. And next year, I'm looking more forward to Guardians Volume 2. That's all the Star Wars I need. Okay? Haters are going to hate, but I don't care. Because the characters in Guardians are so much better than the new ones. Sorry to burst your bubble. Sorry. But anyway, I'm out. Thanks for watching. And the next thing will be a review tomorrow. I promise it won't be any more of this anger. I want to just, it's out. It's done. I'm finished talking about it. See you later.